Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Konrad Adenauer Foundation, I would like to welcome you to another round of interviews that we are doing. And I would very much like to welcome Ms. Zelena Dropulic. She is the director of the Center for Female Entrepreneurs in Southeast Europe. We are going to have a nice activity together. But first of all, can you talk us through a little bit about what the center is doing?
First of all, a lot of our activities have been and still are supported by your foundation, and I'm happy to have you as our partners, not in a current situation, but in the future as well. What we are doing in the last 5 and even more years is to strongly support female entrepreneurship projects, not only in Croatia, but Southeastern Europe as well. We are gathering more than 2,300 female participants, female firm owners, as well as I think 129 male participants, members of our center. So far we did a lot of progress regarding education, publishing, of course congress and network events, and some other stuff supported as well as from your foundation, and we are happy to continue our work.
Well, that brings us to the next activity that we are planning together and that you came up with, the series of B2B meetings. Can you tell us a little bit about what the idea behind these B2B meetings is?
Well, actually, Corona situation forced a lot of people, and of course our center as well, to reconsider activities that we had before Corona, and some of them were directly influenced towards our events that were in previous years gathered more than 600 people in one place and at one spot. So now it's not so easy to organize such events, so we decided to make a whole series of small events regarding B2B network and business meetings. And one of the first one that we are going to organize together with you as our strongest support will be held in Zagreb, September the 23rd. And next month we will have the same event in Varaždinske Toplice and the town Poreč as well. We are expecting somewhere around, or I would say 100 or 200 participants from all over the Croatia that are anxious finally to take part in business meetings and network, because I think that's the most sustainable way to present and of course to sell entrepreneurship projects, products and services.
So, as you have mentioned, you have been doing similar events in the past. What is your experience? How did these meetings go, and did firm owners, company owners really benefit from them?
Well, even Corona taught us to be more flexible regarding digital and online, and especially to use those platforms digitally to promote and to sell our products and services. People in this part of Europe, but I think all over the world, still are anxious to feel and enjoy the energy of other people, especially regarding experiences in business. And such as these are very wanted also in our center, among our center members. So that's something what we are trying to provide for them in the past 5 years. Still, we have a lot of experience with the events organization and of course with the Congress, and we are the, how they say, initiators of one of the largest female entrepreneurship Congress in this part of the Europe that gathered every single year, even this year on March the 8th, more than 500 participants. So I hope that Corona will not change drastically all what we have been doing previously, but it will help us to find our new and creative ways to do it again.
Yes, I can still vividly remember your Congress because it was one of the last, actually the last offline activity that we did before Corona hit us all, and it was well organized as always.
And nobody was infected.
Yeah, luckily enough, thank God. My last question would be a little bit more general. How do you view the situation regarding, you said Corona has its downs, but it also has its advantages because it forces us to be more inventive and these kind of things. But how do you, in general, as somebody who works with entrepreneurs, the economic situation?
Crisis, and we are definitely facing one, the strongest I think that we have ever experienced in our life period, is already here. And if we look at the history of the mankind, the crisis produced a lot of positive solutions. So I'm always optimistic, and I can say that we will have a lot of positive solutions as well. Of course, entrepreneurs are hurt the strongest and as the first in a row. That's always what comes with the crisis, but we get out of the crisis as the first one standing. Of course, it's going to be a very challenging period for a certain amount of time, not just for half a year or 1 year. I think that we will face the consequences at least for 3 years ahead of us, and before all, we need to survive. I do not doubt that we will manage to do so, but we need to definitely reconstruct our activities, reconsider our projects for the future, and of course to put a lot of efforts to achieve our goals.
Yeah, and this is why we are actually heading forward with the activity that we are now planning and hopefully going to successfully execute in the future, starting on 23rd of September here in Zagreb and then going around the country. Ms. Dropulic, thank you very much for being here, and we are looking forward to working with you in the future.
We are deeply honored to have you with us as our partner, not only in a current period, but I hope for a million years ahead of us.
Thank you.